Hello everyone, welcome back to another Prize Picks video. JB here, and I got 4 picks for you for the 4/16 start of the playoff game, or games. If you are new, hello. Welcome to the stream. If you could like, subscribe, and comment. If you like what information I'm giving you at the end of the stream, that would be much appreciated. At the very start of my videos, I like to go over the picks that I give out for the previous slate. So let's go ahead and do that. I always post everything here on Twitter. I posted the line that I ran, which was just basically the exact picks that I give you guys. It wasn't that great of a night just because of the obvious Clint Capella injury. That kind of, as soon as I saw he got injured, I was just like, but CJ McCollum was also disappointing. He only got fouled one time, and he even with him getting fouled only one time, he missed both of his shots. So at the very beginning, or at the early video I gave out the other day, I said I usually get screwed over on free throws, and it seemed to happen again. So probably the last time I take a free throw prop, to be honest. I usually try to stay away from free throw and three-pointer props just because they're so volatile, and I hate rooting for a player to get fouled. But hopefully you guys made a good profit. Luckily, I was able to pair the Darius Garland and Trae Young play together to get a two-player power play going. Um, this brings the total to 72 wins, 3 pushes, and 45 losses. I know someone in the comments was asking about that, so every day I always post this here and let everybody know. And also, the bonus picks, I tried to get the message out to everybody that PG was rolled out and that I replaced the bonus pick of Trae Young as one of the official plays. So hopefully you guys were able to catch that. I don't know if some of you YouTubers don't go on the Twitter and some of you Twitters come to the YouTube, but I hope both of you or all of you are coming to both platforms. Sadly, Jonas and Zubac got phased out of this game pretty badly just because both teams went small ball. Definitely going to have to kind of keep that in mind as we move forward, which I actually have with the picks I have in mind for tomorrow. Pretty confident in them. And I want to go ahead and hop into those right now. Alright, guys. The first one I want to give you is Pascal Ciaco Fantasy. I love this one just because he's a do-it-all kind of person. And luckily, they just played recently, and he dropped 72 fantasy points. You can't really complain with results like that. Not really much to question there. The next one is his teammate is going to be Fred VanVleet. He hasn't actually played the Sixers at all recently, but if you go look at his log, he's played them one time this season, and he dropped a 54 on them, scored 32 points. And I think they have his line of fantasy points just too low right now, just because he's been out. And let me look. When was the last time they played? It was the first game of the season. So it was this one. Okay. Doesn't look like Siakam was in that one either. So hopefully they don't eat their usage up, but I think that them together is a safe place because the coach isn't scared to play these guys heavy minutes. Even in the regular season, they get a zillion minutes. I think it's a good choice to pick the Toronto guys today or tomorrow. So yeah, it's today. It's midnight right now as I'm making this video. All right. The next one is going to be James Harden assist. Kind of the same story with him. They just played recently. and he was able to get 15. But I also like it because I think the coach or I was reading something where they were saying that James Harden got told that he wasn't passing enough to Embiid and getting him the ball in good spots. And on top of his shooting woes, like he hasn't shot above 20 except in a couple games. And it's kind of like right here when he's finally started to just only pass. I think it's a good play, but it is a little risky. But we're talking about players that we don't have to worry about not playing the whole game. These are guys that are going to play the whole game no matter what, unless they get in foul trouble, get injured, or the game blows out. Hopefully, we can avoid that. All right. This next play is probably one of my favorites. It's D'Angelo Russell points. He is just one of those guys that kind of just goes under the radar. I kind of mentioned that in one of my last videos when I chose his fantasy. Karl Towns is going to get in foul trouble. It may not be this game, it may not be the next game, but it's going to happen, as you've seen in that one game. And the people that usually pick up the slack is D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards. And if you look at his point prop, it's at 18.5. All right, so let's go look at what D'Angelo Russell has done against this team this season. Let's go ahead. Okay, so this is the first game of the season. 30 points, 28 points, 29 points, 37 points. The lowest amount of points this guy has had against this team is 28 points. I saw this and I thought to myself, I have to lock this in. The evidence is just too great. I mean, if he has a bad game, he has a bad game. That's just how it goes. And that's kind of the story with our bad luck today. You know, you just players get injured, and sometimes people don't get fouled, and just a lot of crazy stuff happens. But as I told you guys, you always just gotta keep your head up and know that the picks that you're making and the research you're doing is the right choice, and just live with the results, because in basketball there's just a lot of uncontrollable things that is going to mess up your plays. That's why hitting four of these, you wouldn't think hitting 4 out of 4 would be so hard, but it definitely is, just because of those variables and the fact that we choose overs rather than under. If I was going to give you my level of confidence on these, I would probably say D'Angelo Russell's my favorite, followed by the Toronto brothers, and then Harden's probably the one I'm kind of thinking is the most volatile. But 11 assists, I think, is just something he can get. Like I said, or we all saw that he was able to get 15 assists in just a couple of games ago when they played. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So that was my level of confidence, and I'm hoping that we can get the illustrious 4 out of 4. And I am hoping you guys can get this tonight. I wanted to make this video before any of the lines change in the morning. As you saw, they raised Capella a little bit. I mean, none of them will probably be too drastic, but just enough to make you maybe not want to play the prop anymore. So on that note, thank you guys all for continuing to support me as usual, and I will make another video tomorrow with some more of my picks. I will post a couple of my entries on Twitter. One of them will be the one with just picks that I showed you guys here in this video, and it'll be like how much I am betting on it and all that. And then I have another one that has 3 of these plays, but it also has another one or 2 plays from Sunday. I didn't want to include it in this video because I wanted to make this strictly for tomorrow's games. But if you guys are interested in including picks from tomorrow's games and Sunday's games, I will post an entry for that. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have a good night, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.